I'm a screenwriter with a screenplay that I love, and it took me 10 years to write. I even wrote fade out. I mean, I actually finished the thing. And I want to see this movie made, and it's not going to happen in Hollywood. So I am looking to see if it's possible for AI filmmaking tools to actually help me get my movie made. So I've started with a test scene, and this video is a comparison of the test scene that I created in Midjourney with still shots and the video version that I created in Runway GEN2. And some of the early findings of what works and what didn't work so well. So I'll let you watch the videos side by side, and then I'll give you some thoughts at the end as to what worked and what didn't work and what I liked and where it needs to go next. Now, for this scene to make sense, I need to just fill in a couple of blanks. It features a protagonist who is a cynical and bitter young woman with telepathic abilities that work because of a magical gemstone necklace that she has, and it allows her to read minds. Now, she doesn't like the world because she's discovered that telepathy actually is a pretty sucky gift to have, and she spent far too long helping the police and getting inside the heads of criminals and villains, and so she thinks the world isn't worth saving because all she's seen is the downside of life. So she's making a tidy living for herself by blackmailing rich businessmen with dirty secrets to hide. So she gets inside their heads, figures out what they've got to hide, blackmails them, and so this scene is her and her mentor counterpart just about to hit on a new victim when she gets interrupted. Watch the scene.
Viv, can you hear me? I've found our next target.
I see him. Same drill as usual. You hook him and soften him up, then I'll step in for the kill.
Hi, gorgeous. The name's Antonio.
Antonio, huh? Funny, 'cause to me you look like more of a Craig Percival Edwards. You were about to tell me you're an investment banker. But really, you're a postman.
Do we know each other?
Thankfully, no. What I discovered about you in just a few seconds makes me nauseous. If I get to know you anymore, I'll have to have my stomach pumped.
I'm not sure who,
Listen, Craigie Poos, let me make this really easy. I'm not the girl for you, and I'm definitely not the kind of girl who goes for threesomes with Loretta, the fun and bouncy rubber playmate you keep in the attic.
I've got somewhere I need to be.
Good call, Junior. And next time you head to a cash machine, you might want to change your PIN number. 1, 2, 3, 4 is way too obvious.
Okay, so first problem, no mouth movement, obviously.
The name's Antonio.
So I think there are other AI tools that will let you do that, but I think it's a static video where it's just the face and the mouth that's moving. The other problem was that I noticed faces changed as the motion of the shot changed. So after the first 2 or 3 seconds, the character just morphed. They just get weirder as the shot goes on. In some cases, you get women turning into blokes and they become all beardy, and props and special effects are a challenge. For this character, she has a glowing necklace that indicates that it works. You know, whenever she's reading somebody's mind, her necklace glows, and so the viewer gets an indicator that, you know, that's what's going on. But with the stills version, I had to pull several stills into Photoshop and just play around with them and then blend them together in post-production. With the video version, that's becoming even more complicated. I couldn't be bothered at this stage to play around with the visual effects, I thought, so that part is missing. And that will be an ongoing challenge when you have very, very specific props that do a very specific thing to get that consistency when they are critical to the storyline and they carry the story. Something that worked really well is I could actually move characters towards each other and away from each other. And that was really nice because in this particular scene, there's this shifting dynamic as she moves towards him and gets into his face. And then as he kind of gets nervous and starts to back off. And that movement is a helpful way of just indicating that sense of confidence, the power shift dynamic. She kind of gets right into his bubble, and as he's kind of backing off and going, I'm changing my mind here, I need to leave. There was a bonus shot. I didn't tell the AI to do this, and it just kind of ran with the starting expression and amplified it. And this was when the guy was starting to look alarmed, and so I had no control over that. It was just a lucky strike. The shot that Runway gave me turned out to help to enhance the emotion, carry the feeling that was going on. AI at the moment, it's like riding a wild horse. It's amazing, it's dazzling, it's powerful, it's energetic, but it's flipping hard to control if you can control it at all. You can, but it takes real effort to control it. You'll notice as well that the colors didn't carry across very well. So as with every filmmaking project, color grading is something you'll have to do at the end of the edit, and this so far doesn't seem to be any exception. Now, it's clearly a long way from being a finished, workable movie, but it's about moving forwards and bringing my screenplay to life step by step and using emerging AI tools to see how close I can get. I wanted to see my movie brought to life. That's why I started doing this. And it's so exciting to see what was once upon a time just words on a page becoming the vision that was in my head when I was writing it, and I love it, and it's worth doing for that reason alone. So if you're a screenwriter too, join me in this endeavor. Pick a scene from one of your favorite screenplays and pick one that you'd love to see brought to life. Now, if you want to find out how specifically I did all of this in Runway GEN2, there's another video that I've made, so click here for that video, but it's actually a playlist that I'm going to put up here. It's becoming apparent that there are the same key stages that you're going to have to go through in order to build up your scene, regardless of what the technology is doing. And AI is moving along all the time, so videos get outdated quite quickly. But the playlist that I'm putting together here will have the steps, and I'll replace the video as new tools become available that complete that step more effectively.